Hello, Entertainment Daily lovers. Welcome back. So let's get into this conversation. From the thumbnail, from the title, you already know what we're about to dive right into. But if you don't know, yes, last week for us, should I say from the week before, we were talking about, how this lady called Professor Mweke, Sandra Duru is her real name, came out and was exposing. How this lady called Professor Mweke, Sandra Duru is her real name. Excuse me, I'm trying to do something. Wait, let's do this again. Let me see, because I feel like it's echoing and I don't know, but this is really a battle, okay? This is a serious battle between Professor Mweke now and like she's still talking about, the senator, that's Senator Natasha. She's still defending Akpabio. She did post about Akpabio and this. But one thing I want just pull up: are you Professor Mweke's supporter, diehard fan? Are you standing by Natasha? Are you standing by Mama P? Because Mama P is a content creator. Okay, if you're somebody that watches Instagram a lot. I see a lot of her videos on Instagram and things like that. So it seems like she's also on Facebook, but I feel she's more active. She reacts to a whole lot of things that are happening, and she will always, give her 2 cents. She loves wearing this red, scarf around her head in most of her videos. I really didn't know who the lady's name, like, sorry, what her name was, but I knew her from her, facially and that red scarf that she will put on. So when Professor Mbeke came out and dropped the whole tea on Senator Natasha, allegedly, okay, because we don't know where they're going with this, and people were reacting, people had questions to ask. So one of the persons that also jumped into this thing was actually this lady. So going through Professor Mbeke's page, the first thing I noticed was I saw a photo of this lady, and I was thinking, what connects? Is this lady? Is she also a politician? Before I read what was going on, I'm like, is this lady also a politician? One I know is the fact that a lot of people agreed with what Sandra Duru, aka Professor Mbeke, said about Senator Natasha and things like that. They were very excited. Some of them were saying, "Oh, now Senator Akpabio will sleep very well" and things like that. But on the other hand, Mama P had her own, okay, stating one of the things that she pointed out, and I'll go to both of their pages and we'll pull up the stuff that is over there. And then we will also extend this gist. We'll talk about Cynthia Akpabio and Natasha. So one of the things that she pointed out was the fact that why is it that it's only women that are busy defending Senator Akpabio? That can Senator Akpabio actually defend himself? Why is he using women to kind of defend himself? And then she put several photos of different women that has actually stood up even before Professor Mbeke came out defending him. So let me know, okay? Whatever you think, if you're neutral, just waiting for who will present enough evidence and then let's move from there, let me know. If you're on this side, on the other side, let's talk, but let's be respectful, okay? Because I know that some people will give their opinion and then other people want to come and counter with insult. Insulting people will not take you anywhere. It just shows that you're not a clever person. Because if you're a clever person, somebody makes a statement, you can actually read through what the person has said and debunk or break everything down and prove to the person why the person is not correct without using one insultive word. So that's what I want to see. Let us know what you stand, like what's your belief, okay? What's your belief? Do you believe that this evidence are really beyond all reasonable doubt that Senator Natasha is lying and she's guilty and Akpabio, Senate President Akpabio is innocent? Or do you feel like this is also another means of manipulation that they want to use to shut down Senator Natasha, and they use another woman that is very vocal, good in writing a lot and everything online? Let us know, okay? And are you of the opinion, do you support, second, what Mama P said concerning Professor Mbeke? These are the things we're going to be discussing. So welcome if you're just coming across the channel. This is Entertainment Daily with OK, and I am your host, Octavia. So now, let's get right into the conversation. Subscribe, turn on your notification bell, okay? And let the conversation continue. Remember, I promised you that when I'm back, we're going to continue with the conversation, because of course I know that Professor Mbeke is not backing down anytime soon, like she had said, so all of that is what we're going to get right into. Now, I want us to go to Professor Mbeke's page first, okay? And Professor Mbeke is posting back to back. There's so much to cover, okay? There's so much to cover. So much to cover. I'm telling you, so much. So much. Um, let's just go down. Yeah, she said this gender weaponization. She posted about gender weaponization. That's not the one. Exposing Tasha's Symphony of Deceit and whatnot. Okay, that's not the one that I want us to talk about now. When we talk about Akpabio and Natasha, then we'll bring those ones. But I want to first of all discuss about Mama P and Senator Natasha and and Professor Mbeke going back and forth. So okay, a post here. Professor Mbeke actually took. Professor Mbeke writes. Oh, really? Like I give it to her. The woman can write. When you go into her Facebook, you will just see this very long. She will post photographs of the people she wants to talk about, and she will give you this long write up. Seriously, the woman need the carry laugh when it comes to writing, and her mouth is fire. So seriously, when I saw that she's going back and forth with this lady, I'm like, oh no, this will be long, okay? Because this woman too is another one with mouth. The lady can do several videos tackling whatever she wants to tackle. So the battle is on. Please like the live stream if you are just coming in. Please give the live stream a thumbs up. That is going to help, okay? But I really want your opinions, okay? These are stories that we've already started covering, and I promised you people that after I'm back from my trip, we're going to keep covering this gist. So she posted a photo of Mama P. Like I said to you people, you notice her kind of dreadlock hairstyle, a bit twist that she has, and then this red scarf or veil that she always used to veil herself. Okay, that's how you will know this. You know, as a content creator, you have to do something that makes you stand out, okay? Because you will not be the only one in that niche, right? There will be other people in that niche with you. So look, you have to stand out one way or the other, where people, whenever they see, even if they don't know your name, they will recognize your content, recognize you by how you present it or the looks and everything. So this lady is known for this her red veil that she wears when she's doing her video. I just got to know her name today, that her name is Mama P, because that's what I saw on her Facebook. Okay, so Professor Mbeke posted a photograph of Mama P and a photograph of Dr. Obi Ezekwesili and a photograph of okay, it's like a college, right? And a photograph of Senator Natasha and a T-shirt that says GNH, Gullible and Hungry. And then she posted a book that said On Head Screams, okay, with a lady and the hand, the mouth of the lady is covered by a hand of a male. These are the photos that she actually posted. Now, let's read what she had to say. She said, on head screamed, on scenes came, a call to critical thinking and emotional intelligence. I don't rant. I handle stray and unleashed dogs with strategy, not sympathy. Dr. Sandra Duru. In the past few days, I have taken a quiet but deliberate journey into the mindset of some Nigerian women, especially on Instagram. And what I discovered left me speechless, not in awe, but in deep concern. I wept not just for those women, but for their fathers, brothers, husbands, and sons. Why? Because these many why? Because many of these women have unknowingly become pawn in a game that is far bigger and far more dangerous than they realize. So this is Sandra Duru talking. Said, what startled me most was not the ignorance in their comments or the emotionally charged threats huddled at me, but their inability to think critically, logically, or emphatically. Many had surrounded their minds to sentiments, hashtags, and herd mentality. The loudest voice knew the least, and the boldest accusations were backed by the shallowest fact. Some even accused me of betraying a fellow woman, a woman who, by all indication, was on a mission to destroy careers, homes, reputations, and even an entire nation. Yet somehow she becomes the hero. Really? This is what happens when emotion hijack reason and gender becomes a weapon instead of a gift. At this moment, I understand why some refer to such supporters as GNH, gullible and hungry. But respectfully, I believe the crisis is deeper. We are raising a generation that is disconnected from truth, allergic to accountability, and addicted to drama. This is not feminism. This is folly. Let's be clear. When a woman or anyone for that matter deliberately fabricates allegations to destroy others, that is not bravery. It is evil. And scripture is not silent about this. You shall not spread a false report. Do not join your hand with the wicked to be a malicious witness. Exodus 23, verse 1. When I realized the gravity of what was unfolding, I tried to mediate. I proposed peace, I warned, but the response was defiance. The mission, destruction. The tool, manipulation. The target, men, families, futures. And yes, the media was co-opted to amplify the lies and silence the truth. What breaks my heart most is how easily many women fell for it. They crowned her They crowned her their queen, their warrior, with voice, yet she mocked them behind closed doors. Even legal associations and scholars who should have known better joined the chorus of deception. All it took was the gender card, and logic went out of the window. But I'm not here to wallow, I'm here to build. This experience has inspired two new initiatives. First one, on Head Screen, a bold literary work exposing the danger of false narrative and gender weaponization. Number two, Common Sense Academy, a program that will offer quarterly scholarship to help develop emotional intelligence, critical thinking, and self-awareness, particularly for women who wish to rise above online noise and truly change the world. To those sending me threats, be warned. I don't fight in the realm you understand. I don't rant. I act. I don't react. I move with divine backing. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Isaiah 46:17. And pray that I do not give you my attention, because if I do, you must end up so badly, if not in jail, within the power of law. You will be in your grave by the spiritual power bestowed upon me by God as his special oracle. Madam, God not give you any power to make anybody buy you. I beg you. I beg you, the one that they turn this Bible upside down sometime. Let me just quickly say this one. Whereas they say you'll be in your grave. Look, the Bible says forgive 70 times 7, right? So except you're quoting Old Testament, and be specific. If you're telling somebody that they're going to buy, be specific to say that it was before the time of Jesus Christ, because you're talking about God. If you're saying you want to use other diabolical, voodoo and things like that, then of course they will be in their graves. But if you're saying by the power bestowed on you by God, God could have just wiped out the earth when nobody was listening. There's no need for him to bring his son to waste his precious blood if that was the case. So forgive 70 times 7, do the maths, and you understand that it's almost like all your life you just have to be forgiving people, no matter how grievous, no matter how bad they've offended you. So you praying for somebody to peme, it's not the kind of prayer that God answers. I just wanted to point that in. So let's continue from where she said, by the power bestowed on her as God's oracle. So I'm not your typical woman. I work with purpose. I speak when led, and I live in a realm where destiny, not drama, and it defines me. Be very careful before you start a battle you are not spiritually or intellectually equipped for. To the men reading this, protect your peace. If your sister, wife, or friend is blindly supporting manipulative agendas, love lovingly help her think deeper. Truth does not have a gender. You see, this is one thing I have. This is where my problem stands with this Professor Mbeke. Do you understand? This is where my problem stands with Professor Mbeke, but I would read all of this first, and then I will tell you people what I mean, okay? So the next, as she said, silence can be power, but sometimes a roar is necessary. Let this be a wake-up call. Stop the weaponization of gender. Stand for the truth, not trends. think, learn, rise, condemn Natasha Akpoti's evilness. Mess with me, you are messing with God. I am not your regular woman. Be warned for the last time. Pray I do not give you my time and energy. I will pursue Natasha Akpoti's case to the end and justice will be served. She will serve as a deterrent to other runs girls and several liars. Stop turning gender into a weapon. Truth has no gender. I am still on Natasha Akpoti's matter. I will not be distracted. One Gbedu dropping to entertain the lovers of truth soon. What my God cannot expose or turn around does not exist. Elroy, Professor Mgbeke. Oh, then don't bring Pastor Jerry slogans commenter here. Okay, so now let me quickly just tell you the issue I have with Professor Mgbeke. You see this weaponization thing that she's really hitting the nail on the head. Two men in Nigeria was just recently convicted. Don't take my words for it. Just type it in Google. Osinachi, the gospel singer, was unalived by her husband, even though he was a good-for-nothing idiot, that she was the breadwinner, running the home, doing everything. Respected him, obeyed him, because she was a believer and she followed everything the scripture said. The man is the head of the house and did this and did that. Then the bus driver that unalived that 21 or 22 years old girl called Bamisi, just because she was coming back from work, caught the last bus that was going to her area, and she was only the person in the bus with this useless bus driver. He RAP'd her and unalived her. Like RAPing her was not enough, but he had to unalive her to silence her and just toss her on the side and continue on his journey like he never did anything. We don't know how many women he must have done that to. The list goes on. So when I look back and I see that Professor Mgbeke did not speak about these things, where are the videos you did during Osinachi's time? Where are the videos you did? There was another one that happened somewhere else. I don't know if it was the eastern part, but somewhere else in Nigeria, actually. Okay, I don't know, east, west, somewhere. I really didn't want to look because that was so gruesome. So I didn't want to read that news. I just saw it. I flipped past. A woman that was also unalived by her partner. We have several Nigerian women that has been unalived by their partners, even the ones that are not married to. What was this woman that was crying online that the boy unalived the daughter and then ran away from Nigeria and was running from one country to the other until he was arrested in Qatar? Professor Mgbeke, where were you when all of these things were happening to women and you kept silent, you kept mute, supporting the men? So pardon me if Nigerian women are now in the point where they don't want to hear any nonsense from men. This is not only in Nigeria, it happens everywhere in the world. But this topic we're talking about is Nigerian topic. So when I see you writing this book and trying to present these men as so innocent, they are not. And this goes around everywhere in the world. They behave the same. The world is made for men. They do a lot of nasty things and they get away with it because they are men. People might be afraid of Senate President Akpabio. That's why nobody is saying anything. But when you see the man, you're going to see a shower day in eye. He not go even deny that fact, because the only time he ever even spoke about it, he didn't deny it. He only said in front of other women, is she finer than all of these women sitting here? So what does that tell you? When somebody is accusing you of something, the only thing you think you would say is the person that is accusing you more beautiful. And we know that this is something that you see Agbero boys in the street, they always do. Every time men they toast you, you don't respond to them the way they want you to respond to. All of a sudden, they start insulting you. But at first, they will be the one praising you. Oh, beautiful girl, fine girl, where they go now? I want to talk to you, fine girl. Now, fine girl, fine girl. And then when you don't respond to their fine girl, come on, get out. Yes, you see your flat. They start insulting you. So to see a Senate president stand in presence of all those women, that I don't know why they invited him for that event, why they were. But anyway, money na money, money is strong. Not everybody no get money, they get integrity. Some people, when they don't have money, they can do anything for the money. So of course, money go change hand. So I find it very weird that Professor Mgbeke is pushing this narrative of, oh, weaponization. Look, if the truth is out there that he is not guilty, do you think Nigerian women will not say it? Natasha will not have where to put her face. So this that you're writing books, you're releasing music, you're trying to make it look like, oh, Nigerian women just didn't want to think about it because a woman spoke and they believed her. When you look at Akpabio, you know that he's capable of doing things like that. He's capable of toasting people in workplace. He is capable. He's that kind of person that will want to flirt and see, you know, if there's an opportunity. If he sees that there's an opportunity, then he will back off. He might not want to force himself on the person because, you know, he knows that that would be too bad. So he flirting here and there to see if there's opportunity to keep flirting and see if he will kind of, you know, play along. And the statement of some of the other people that came in defense of him was also telling. His statements and their statements was also telling. One thing that they could not, all of them, they could not deny is that he talks in a kind of way. Define that kind of way that he talks in. You go know say na man we go sabi they talk about mumu talk, and you know what that means. Some men don't know when they're in workplace, when they should be professional, they will mix everything together. And there's a possibility that there are other people out there that he must have said this to. And for those women to come out and say, we all know how Akpabio talks, he jokes a lot, he says certain things, but he doesn't mean them. That's a lie. So I don't like this narrative that she's going with. If the woman is guilty, prove it to us that she's guilty. She will be put in her place. Because it's the lowest of the low for you to accuse somebody of something that the person didn't do. Who will even look at Senator Natasha's face again? Who? Because it's the lowest of the low that goes to this route to go and blackmail somebody. Like, that's silly. Absolutely silly. You know? So I don't like that narrative that she puts out there. But I think what this woman said, what Mama P said, got to her. So hence she responded, you know, to her. Okay, so let me see if there's anything else she said about Mama P. Then we'll go over to Mama P's page and also pull up some of let me see. Let me check her story too. Okay, so she's okay. All right. So let's go over to Mama P's page. Open it up. Open it up. Okay, so Mama P posted 12 hours ago, and she captioned this. She said, Sandra C. Duru, Mugu, and she added 2 laughing emoji. She said, Mugu, where full clip? Okay, like she's asking her, where's the full clip? And she said, it's day 3 already. No chill, no chill clip yet. Oh, you think you fit run? She laughed again, said, "Na lie. Trenches help me catch am or tag am if she never block you. Make una use cow rope tie am. Wait me, I dey come." You know. So let me see what she's saying. Okay, so she's she's laughing, playing this colo mental, and she screenshot what the lady posted, what Professor mgbeke posted. She screenshotted it and she posted it, and she's just laughing, and she said she's coming. Okay, she's seen what the lady actually, you know, called her. Okay, let me see again. Then there's another post here. She said, "Una dey sleep, I just the shame. Overhyped repackaged debris at Mbeke Media. I pour you 50 liters of spit. Kai, some go think say my gold no say na iron condemn. Make them quick break. Trenches must see this. But Sandra, where the full clip? Stop running now." So she posted a screenshot, and she's posting a screenshot and a video. Let me see if she's gonna say something. Let me see. Okay, so let's hear what Mama P has to say.
See her full life in my DM. You know this or not now? I will never be stupid in my life. Public madness will not be my portion. Of all things to make it hard to speak, now laugh out loud. Oh God, this woman is less than trenches. Slum. Now be you go get this. If Natasha answer this woman again, pay me. Fat like Shiva enter my spice with it. I didn't even see the DM until somebody sent me the screenshot where she said she will now answer me. It's like straight up backing at the Bentley. I tell the person said that you answer that Bentley go break down. This straight up will bite her. Yes, I'll give her rape. You answer me. So I did another video and I was going to tag her, and I realized that the page was not open. When they don't either disable the page or block me. That's Sandra Duru 777. I say, whatever took me to my DM, that's what the idiot I sent me a message before blocking or disabling the page. When I see Sandra Duru, I opened it with so much expectation. You know, as for Igbo, I was expecting shrink. I say, laugh at laugh. Who be this one be second? Hi, God. Stupidity at its peak. Blocking me everywhere. This woman they run, they move. The way she they run it, her back leg they touch her packet. She's only on Facebook. I get time for that Facebook. It's only on Facebook that she's striving, because another name for Facebook is gullibility. People there, they select, they put there. But my time will find you come. May they break. I thought you said you will not answer me. Don't be your answer. You go answer me again. Next time you'll see contract you run. People will give you contract. When I finish, go the regret. And like this, I want to sit down, they look your page, they look you till they break. If they post food waiting, they catch them. And I get your story for hand. Guys, like.
Okay, so this is where the battle has gone to. Okay, so Mama P, you know that Sandra Duru, I'm not comfortable calling her Professor Mgbeke actually by her page name. Okay, so let's listen to this other one. This is Mama P. This is Mama P again, talking to Professor Mgbeke, Sandra Duru.
Open up those things to you. You know, if you have the release apart, you know, hear what you talk. You know, most of them will be women who have been witched. Most of them will be women. You people are demons. Anybody that opens their mouth to tell me women we support men, I'll put to kill you. You know, before you talk and finish. I want to see the Nigerians are calling. I want to hear the booklet from the pleasantry.
You see, Nigerians just they collect stray bullet anyhow. Make our first they tell on this thing here. Now we be content creators or people they talk online. In fact, anybody they carry phone or laptop or anything they talk online. Man can they careful. Man, I know they say Nigerians because when you say that you they talk about 220 on they mad. And this goes to all people. People go there, they talk something. And I don't know that based on that they vex. You know why? A lot of people that create content would use this same line. Nigerians are gullible. Nigerians are gullible. That means you that you're even saying it, that Nigerians are gullible. You're among the 220 million people. Your brain, something they work you. I know they understand how some of them they talk. And Professor Mgbeke is over there doing her own G and H, gullible and hungry. Nigerians gullible and hungry. You follow. If you like, go live for you. You see the stupidity, wisdom not there for plenty people head. And wisdom not be by who go school pass. I see a lot of these people that say, oh, I have a degree of this, I have PhD on that, I have doctorate on this. When they open their mouth, one rubbish they come out. How do you not know how to be constructive when you're saying something? Break it down. You cannot say that a whole nation with over 220 million people are gullible. Nigerians are one of the smartest people. If you know, no, me they tell you today. Take it anywhere and I will prove it to you. I don't see any country where gather the amount of smart people where Nigeria gets. Nowhere in this world. Nigerians are extremely smart and they are not gullible. There is a way somebody will garnish a lie, you will believe it. And those of you that are like, oh, something like this cannot happen here. Something like this cannot. Is it not in United States? They convicted how many black people just because one white girl said they are raped, and he took over. Even Donald Trump was saying execute them. It took over 20-something years before they were released. How many people have been convicted in the United States? For those of them that carry America for head, like say, I don't understand. Let me use that as an example because most of them that country and they carry for head. Abi moku cross over to Europe, moku cross over to Asia. Where we won't go. The point I'm trying to make is that people can be fooled by a well-garnished lies. But that does not mean you will refer to a whole nation as gullible people, as gullible and hungry, as this, as that. Be specific. Say some. When you say some, it simply means that you're not talking about everybody. Because if you say Nigerians, You include yourself, you include your mama, you include your born children. You know they run come on, you know they go anywhere. If you like go another country, then like them born you anywhere. As far as your mama and papa come from Nigeria, you be Niger person. Now, so the other one day for Facebook, the other day they shout, I travel with blue passport. No be that nonsense green passports. Babu into you there. Your mama and your papa, you yourself, you be Niger person. When he read, then go still throw away you from that country when he take. When he read, now you then go still put for front line to take for. Some people they mad though. Seriously, people should be very careful with the kind of things they say. No, they go brag with other people thing. No be your own. Say then give you say you owe one thing for hand. Say now look, see Donald Trump now. Should they just the same United States just put new presidents? If you like saying they pack everybody come from Nigeria, whether you don't get passport or you don't get passport, whether you don't old there, get gray hair, whether they born you there, they know. But if you saying they flush you out, then go flush you out. Nothing go happen. So no fee say because you they owe one passport or you they owe one thing, you better the day where then decide say then go tidy your then go tidy your even though you never fuck up, said then go tidy your fuck up, let alone. Do you understand? So people should be careful with their words and the kind of things they say. This kind of thing that they try to make it look like, oh, this kind of thing can only happen in Nigeria. It can happen anywhere. If it's a lie, if truly that's Sandra Duru, but me personally, I don't believe anything that she's saying too. You know why? This is a woman that has worked and become closely related. She's had close relations with politicians and things like that. So do I believe Sandra Duru also? I'm still waiting. I'm waiting for that evidence that will prove that, yes, Senator Natasha came out and garnished this lie. And will I blame Nigerians that supported her? No, because a well-garnished lie will be believed by anybody. And the good thing is, Professor Meke herself said she started by fighting for Natasha too. So she too was fooled if that's the case. So this generalizing thing needs to stop. That content creators, everybody will just come online and be screaming, you people are gullible, you people are gullible, you people are gullible. Nobody they gullible, okay? If it's a well-garnished lies, people will just roll with it until the truth comes out and people like, oh, yo, really? You wanted to mess with that, you know? And people will be really mad at you for trying to fool them. But with politicians, anything is possible. Do I trust Natasha? No way. Would I trust any politician? No way. No way. Politician tell you good morning, check your time, whether na morning. So the same thing that the same cane that we used to flog Natasha, the same cane we used to flog Professor Mbeke, that starts it for me, okay? Because we don't know. We don't know where this they go.
What are you doing? How will they start to talk till we all have reached it? So let's assume that Natasha spoke to you and confided in you and tell you we're recording and so you could post. Are you not an idiot? Are you not a demon? I want to also know, why is it that the women that are coming to defend Akpabio? Why is Akpabio not defending himself? Even if they don't shower without consent, they're bad thing. Do you hear that? Man, don't shower without consent is a bad thing. You, when the pastor got free from TV or got prison, so this whole tradition of my faith, Akpabio should come and answer. And yes, I support Natasha not talk to you. When you are not working for Akpabio should come and answer. He must build a country where people that are accused the answer, no matter who they are. Natasha, okay, blame yourself to be this by it. Don't let this panic you. This is what I was talking about yesterday. Conspiracy theory. Here they will try to tarnish the image of the one that people love, so they can completely destroy you without the people agitating. The bourgeois, the big people have tried. The big way to bring that guy no work. She matched their energy. Just stop and be used like that. Talk, they go national, they go international. Now they are using the social media that she has. The people that she has, they want to use it against that. You talk from today to tomorrow. The question remains: why is Akpabio, the Senate president, having sexual scandal everywhere? Don't deviate from what it is. Most of the things you said, Natasha said, and listen, I've read it on this level before. Now, only people when don't get memory that go rich. You're a wicked woman. If you don't know, you're a snitch. That's what you are. A cheap low-life snitch. You don't know about you. You're fighting for justice. You just want the truth. When you turn your camera and see the same attack you missed off for your phone. What this freak will do, woman, for this life? What this freak will do that will be women for this life? From cost of it, and not the idiots, the higher fools from the FPC and the Akpabio will soon be my comment section. Hey, Natasha didn't. Now, go away, Natasha, not the sound will kill now. Wicked people, that woman, the more you people try to bring that, the more of us will put hand under her. Don't go fall. Akpabio will answer. Let's see the one where hook them for next, if not, they will not go this far. And as for you, Natasha, stop talking to anybody. Don't explain. Just keep doing you. Sir, sir,
Okay, so she rounded this up and then spoke about justice for VDM also. So this her post here is actually from 2 days ago. Let me see. Is there something else she posted?
Oh, not right. When I see me, every time you get the wrong, they go. That's never start you want to the grace. You block me. You block your mama. No. I don't feel that you shall take her house. I go find some motor. When I phone it, I don't block me. First don't tell. Why you block me? No, if you're saying the truth, why you the block with the side? That will walk you.
Wahala.
More they go. Wait then. My first start motor make it not kill me. I don't feel that because of us.
Hey, what? Now what? Huh. Seriously, this hey, whoa, this fight is taking turn that we don't understand because Mama P is not coming down. The lady is screaming on top of her voice. Even me, her shout, they make my head the pain. But anyway, we could continue. You see this matter. I don't promise on I say we go talk calm. We go talk calm. I go just they drop the video for now. Make an account, they catch up later. They can they watch, they drop on our opinion for the comment section. I know fish shout. Seriously, But you see this blocking and blocking of something too. Let me just say this. There is no need to be blocking people because no matter what you say, okay, people will counter it. Remember when Senator Natasha came out and said, this is what happened, this is what happened. There were people that countered what she was saying. It is just normal. When you do a reaction video, when you post about something, people, there will be people that will agree with what you're saying, and there will be people that will disagree with you. But just leave it open, let people talk. And the fact that Professor Mbeke had earlier said she would not respond to this lady, and then she went to the DM. Make I need to go people DM now, beg. Make I need to go people DM. Don't slide into anybody's DM except it's just something important. It's not gossip. It's not anything like that. Just go in and talk to the person and tell the person whatever you want to do and move. But you see all this kind of thing that somebody will now go and screenshot and bring it out later. No, they do. How can I leave them? Seriously. Hey, well, Radinaska. Hey, well, this lady, they vex. I beg, just leave Regina Askia on because, Regina Askia probably seeing what this lady posted, Professor Mbeke posted, she felt like that was enough evidence. You can't blame somebody, okay? Everybody will not have um, the same mindset, right? Let me put it that way. Some persons, now not just some persons, a huge number. Okay, when I'll go back to Professor Mbeke's page and I'll prove that a huge number of people believe what Professor Mbeke has given. But to me personally, here in Entertainment Daily, I still feel like it is not enough evidence that's been presented yet to make me say, okay, you are right. So right now we are just watching. We're waiting for more evidence, and she said she does have more evidence. So good. So let's see how the case plays out because she says she's handed it over to the rightful authorities. So investigations will be going on now as we speak, right? So let them investigate and let them come out with their findings. Then we will know. But for now, there was nothing presented. She promised 2 live streams. She didn't do that two live stream. She did only one. And on that one, there was nothing. Come on now. If you're somebody that you are listening to you watch celebrity gist, trending gist and things like that, you know that when somebody says I'm exposing someone, I'm bringing you the tea, be ready, and they pre-inform you and schedule a date for a particular live stream to expose someone, it is always like bloody, it is always packed. It a choke. So that's what they talk about for Nigeria. It a choke. But Sandra Duru's live stream, did not choke, nothing choke, because everything she mentioned on that live stream was what she had already posted. Like I told you earlier, that give it to the woman. The woman can write. The woman can write for Africa. If you go to her page on Facebook, you will just see it. She writes a lot, and she had already said it. Me, I didn't rest that day. Where I am, our time is ahead of Niger time, and she was using Niger time. Although she's not in Nigeria, but she wanted to use GMT, at this thing. So I was waiting to see when she will come live, and I didn't see that live until I went to bed. Then next day, I saw where she had shared it back to the page where I was, and I'm like, oh, she did it on her main page, not on her Professor Mbeke, because I was expecting her to post it on the Professor Mbeke, because that's where she had dropped a lot of evidence, everything that she spoke about. That's where she broke the news and things like that. And she also said the CNN interview. So we're still waiting for the second one, and the CNN interview we still have not seen, where she said she will be exposing even more. So maybe when she does expose more, we will get there. But what she has exposed already is enough for Regina Askia to write the tender that apology to Senator Akpabio and apologize and said the things she said and said nobody should involve her in anything. But also, even if you're getting angry at her, read carefully what Regina Askia wrote toward the end. You will understand that she's now at the point where she's like, look, whatever the turnout of this thing is, nobody should just disturb our peace anymore, because we don't know. This can also be anything. If you really read that thing very well. So it's not as if she felt like, okay, this is, but she just felt like, okay, if truly happen, oh, sorry, oh, my brother, no vex. But make nobody disturb my peace, okay? I'm signing out. That's it. That's how that whole thing was came up. Say, baby. Yeah, well. If you show me that book, she wants to fight the Yoruba government. Oh, Nigerians are hungry and gullible. I'm gonna kill you, bring her, bring her. Let me tell this motherfucker. Help me save this no life of a woman. This mistake of a woman. You think you can. This now serious glass was where Professor Mgbeke they received from Baba P handle. Hey, okay, meme. Now wow, where would they go with this one? Somebody help. Who? Seriously, those of you that are kind of just hold on, okay? But this lady is not coming down. She's not really focusing on the bloggers yet. She's still focusing more. So that's why if you look at my title here, I said Professor Mgbeke versus Mama P and Natasha versus Akpabio, the war. So it continues. So after this, we'll go over to Professor Mbeke's page, and we're going to go back to she wants to, according to her, she wants to face Natasha first, and when she's finished with Senator Natasha, she will now come back. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, so that's that. Now you know why Professor Mbeke, included her in the, because so far I think she's, except Rufai and Abati, right? Abati, Abi Akbati, that man that the presenters that Professor Mbeke talks about, she does not really speak about these people. So moving on, I think that's actually the post. She's posted some videos from some men too that are probably talking about this. So that would probably be in a different one. And she continues with the dragging. Okay, I'm right here in her page, and the dragging continues. Okay, the dragging continues. Okay, so 2 days ago she posted this one where she said, okay, this is on Professor Mbeke's page. Okay, Professor Mbeke says, wow, in less than 24 hours of carrying my Mbeke village wisdom and native intelligence to join the grammar blowing crowd on Twitter, one thing is crystal clear. Not everyone that is a NATASHA's G&H disciple or one of her hired useful idiots. Take Arise TV crew, for example, Reuben Abati, Rufai Oseni, and the rest. who are backing like confused watchdogs on national TV. The ones who studied animal husbandry. Child God. You see, man, and anyways, let's continue. Said the what? Some of our people, the way people used to look down on people that study like all this agriculture, fishery, and whatnot. You ought to look down on people anyhow. Said the ones that studies animal husbandry are now specialized in media butchery, disgracing themselves daily with scripted bias. Funny how Natasha herself bragged about single-handedly paying them off and using them to organize the so-called Arise Women Award and her personal gender weapon of mass destruction. Now here, let's pause here, okay? This is something she alleged that I also expected Professor Mbeke to prove to us. Okay, she said this Arise TV was bought over. I want to believe that would be easy for you to prove, okay, because money go don't exchange hand. Show us the transaction between Natasha to Arise TV owners and those people. You know, or if it's the Abatio, if it's the Rufus or Babi Rufai, you know, all the Arise people, you know, you people know them anyway. Whoever is the owner of Arise TV, let's see. So when we see that receipt, we will now go to Natasha and ask Natasha, please, tell us, what business do you have with Rufai? Or what business do you have with Abati? What business do you have with the owner of Arise TV that you paid such huge amount of money to? If Senator Natasha cannot explain to us and she's giving us or now giving us flimsy excuse, Nadia will go to and say, shut up, you they lie. Do you understand? So this is another place where she has not proven. Professor Mbeke has not proven. So let's continue. She now said, "Now, wow, who knew weaponizing femininity? Who knew weaponizing femininity comes with a media PR budget?" Give me a second. Give me a second. I will knock on the door. Okay. Well, you have to finish quick on the side. You. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. That was my little one that just came in. The weather is getting warmer now, so it's time for ice cream. Okay, so where were we? Pardon me. Where were we? Funny how not just okay. She said, "Now, wow, who knew weaponizing femininity come with media PR budget? I will be exposing Natasha in the next Bedu. After Twitter, X, we will move to Instagram to educate them. We don't manipulate, we give evidence, receipts, and fact. No satire but strategy. Stay tuned." Here again is another place I have issues. When Professor Mbeke came out and was talking about this whole thing, she made look when you brag, know that you have more, like you have people are expecting more. You keep saying receipt, but you still have not presented that receipt. That you mentioned a lot of things, but in all of another thing that I would have loved to hear was where she called Nigerians gullible and hungry. The receipt of Arise TV being paid and those people working in Arise TV being bought. The receipt of Obieze Kwesile and of Abiola, Dr. Abiola, and the whole FDA being bought over. These receipts are very important, man. These receipts are so relevant right now that it will change everything. She won't even need to be the one talking anymore. It will be the masses talking. You see this energy that people are using to support Natasha. It will turn around and backfire. She will have to leave Nigeria. If not, somebody if just you know. She come out na egg, then go to the stone. So if Professor Mbeke presents this evidence, then it will actually change things. But okay, so I'll go into this comment section here and I'll take one or two comments before we go over to other posts, because the lady posts back to back. Okay, back to back, Professor Mbeke is posting. So this the why I want to go into her comment section. I told you people that when this other lady, Mama P, spoke about Regina Askia, you know, the ex-Nollywood actress, and was talking about how, you know, she's already turned around. I'm like, there are so many people that are in the shoes of Regina Asking. There are so many people that have all actually done full U-turn, that they just believe that yes, Senator Natasha lied and nothing like that happened. So let's take a few comments here. This one said, the village woman is wiser than the camera woman. Law, the spirit of Mgbeke is at work. This other one says, this one is the first one is from a woman. The second commenter is from a man. Said, Professor Mgbeke, you are a case study. Your choice of words are sweeping. We wait to see as you continue to exhume more evidence and rhetoric. Then this next one too is from a man. He said, I stand on shaking with Dr. Sandra Duru because it is a clarion call against the vendetta of lies when truth rises, falsehood convulses. When light pierces darkness, retreats. Such is the tempest encircling Dr. Sandra Chidinma Duru, a woman whose name now echoes as both anthem and anathema in the hall of power to her critics. These merchants of colony, I say your venom cannot eclipse her valor. Dr. Duru, and I'm not gonna read that long statement. It's too long. This person is just keep writing. You need to say nah, Wole Shoyinka mood they activated here. Let's go over to the next one. This one said, Professor Fire on, evil act must be uprooted in our land. Many homes have been scattered by the likes of Laitasha and her GNH supporters, which a I guess what I want to say, which I supposedly educated the lady whose soul can be bought over in doing bad things. So say, Professor, I follow facts, evidence, and receipt too. Please, who and who among of them that study animal husbandry? Some of these Nigerians I don't get joy. Some of these are all of the things she said is the animal husbandry part that this person wants to know. She said she too, she follows receipts and evidence that Professor Meke should tell her who among those people in Arise TV studied animal husbandry. So somebody else came in and responded to this person's comment. They said it is Rufai Oseni of Arise TV, of course. Okay. Nigeria, everything a case study. Eh? This one, since Professor Mbeke started unveiling the trenches of lies that have almost frustrated and ruined millions of men's life. You see all these things now, they don't make them look like saying a men life that they ruin. You see, that has ruined millions of men's life. They're not talking about the millions of, or if their own is millions, then the women's own is billions. Billions of women's lives are being ruined. Statistically, if you can check back home, back in the continent, or the whole world, you can see that crime against women is way higher. So I don't even know what this one is here talking about. Anyway, let's leave this post and go to the next post, because like I told you people, Professor Mbeke is not even playing. Professor Mbeke is posting back to back, back to back. So this particular one we read is from 2 days ago. So like the same 2 days ago, she posted a photo of Senator Natasha and her husband, right? I want to believe this is her husband. Okay, and like they're in the flight or something, or laying down head on the shoulder of her husband. And she wrote on the photo and said, you have finished us. And she captioned this one. This one is a short caption. Said, if I hear another pimp, satire or propaganda, I will wekenize you more. Oya, make I leave your neck small. Mgwa, rise up. I will be gentle this time. And she added 2 laughing emojis. And she continued, she said, from Laitasha's satire to satire. Chai, Emmanuel is tired though. End of discussion. Authorities, IPU, UN, etc. Over to you. So what Professor Mbeke is alleging now, that she's handed everything over to these people that she's mentioned, let them take over, investigate Senator Natasha and bring her to book if what she's saying, with the evidence that she's presented. So here again, she posted a photograph of herself and this man. I don't recognize who he is. Anyway, a man wearing suit, eyeglasses, and Professor Mbeke also wearing suit. And here it says, okay, typical example of olden days football slogan. If you miss the ball, don't miss the legs. Donatus. Natasha, Laitasha and her useful idiots are unintelligent. I am blessed. So she reposted what this person posted. It's the person that posted these two photos. Okay. A photo of her and this man wearing suit, and there's a huge long write-up here. So this person's page name is Ata Ikeda. And the person says, stop the smear campaign. Dr. Sandra Duru is clean. She is not a blackmailer. Defending Dr. Sandra Duru, a rebuttal to the smear campaign introduction by Aniete John Ukpe. A vicious smear campaign has emerged against Dr. Sandra Chidinma Duru, also known as Professor Mgbeke, in the wake of her recent whistleblowing. This campaign, allegedly spearheaded by Senator NATASHA VS AKPABIO and her associates, appeared to be designed to tarnish Dr. Duru's reputation rather than address the substance of her revelations. Ever since Dr. Duru presented hard evidence discrediting Senator Natasha's senatorial sexual harassment allegation against Senate President Godswill Akpabio, attacks on her character have proliferated on reliable forum and blogs. This essay offers a structured rebuttal to those attacks. Defending Dr. Duru's credibility and questioning the motive behind the smear in the spirit of fairness, it urges that we examine the message, not attack the messenger, focusing on fact and evidence over character assassination. Background: discrediting false allegation. In early May 2025, Senator NATASHA VS AKPABIO publicly accused Senate President Godswill Akpabio of sexual harassment. The narrative took a dramatic turn on May 1st, 2025, when Dr. Sandra Duru, a US-based Nigerian activist and media practitioner, came forward with evidence that undercut Natasha's claim. In a live broadcast, Dr. Duru revealed recorded phone calls phone calls. Give me a second. Sorry, I was hearing loud screams and whatnot. I thought it was the tourists and their kids. Okay, so back to what we're saying. Okay, so Dr. Duru reviewed recorded phone calls, messages, and other materials, which she asserted proved that Natasha's allegations were fabricated. According to Dr. Duru, Senator Natasha had even offered her a bribe of 200 million to join the false accusation, Akpabio organ harvesting, and offer Dr. Duru. Okay, so this person is a huge long write-up that I will not read all of it, but the person added hashtag God of Natasha, hashtag this one, that one, and it continues. Okay, now let's move on from that post to the next one. I just want to cover what we've not covered because I was not able to come live for some days, and because Professor Mgbeke posts every day. Okay, so I love to cover, and I've promised that I'll follow up the story, so I will just cover everything that we've missed for the past 2 days or so. Okay, so 22 hours ago, Professor Mgbeke posted this. She said, warning, all of you GNH and Natasha Akpoti's hired useful idiots that are threatening my beautiful life, establishments, and my precious children. Do I look like a soft nut to crack or a careless bean? Are you are you ghosts or invisible creatures? Pray, yes, pray hard that I keep ignoring you and never wake up to remember you. Pray that I don't give you my attention. energy, time, strongest network, and my dangerous spirituality. Pray I don't give my legal team all the approval that they have been demanding from me to take care of so many things that I have chosen to ignore for now, but attend to only Natasha Akpoti's case in every ramification and ensure a brilliant ending for every one of us. I live in my world of purity and no nonsense. I am neither materialistic nor money conscious. I am blessed, cross my lane rudely, and I will not just shift gear, but I will crush you with Holy Ghost fire. And my native intelligence as a village woman, I am not a city girl. I'm not a city girl, oh. I am the kind that prays, cooks, fasts, smiles, and still send thunder on assignment before breakfast. Be warned, ranting comes with a repercussion. Keep playing with fire. You might just meet the whole furnace. Before you even think of coming for me, just know I might already be coming for you, deeper, faster, and far beyond anything your mind can imagine. Hey, Natasha Akpoti, Obi Ezekwesili, FIDA, Dr. Abiola, Drama queens, sue me, I dare you. Or better yet, grab the walking stick and granite yourself and pull the damn trigger right in my face. Stop outsourcing your nonsense to a bunch of idiots, morons making the weakest silence moves. Next time, do your homework and check me out before recruiting featherweight to play in a heavyweight game. Dr. Sandra Duru. So, from what we just read now, she's really warning people that those that are trying to, this is one thing with people. No matter what you believe, okay, no matter what sides you're in, don't go and be threatening people's lives and also threatening people's children. She's the one doing what she's doing. It does not have anything, Professor Mbeke doing what she's doing does not have anything to do with her kids. So if truly that people are threatening her kids, it should not be done. That's not a good thing to do, you know. So let me see. There's another post here. Exposing Lightasha, a symphony of deceitful unraveling before the eyes. Let me say this loud and clear as a village Professor Mbeke, the voice of the truth that refuses to be silenced. Isn't it funny how the once a hyper noisy brigade of Natasha blind supporters have suddenly gone mute or are now singing a whole new tune? These same folks who came weaponized gender and social media to spread her carefully orchestrated lies against Senator Akpabio are now sheepishly chanting, let the court decide. Oh, really? So Natasha just discovered that the real courtroom, not Instagram Live or Twitter thread, Arise TV media, butchering and slaughtering is where sexual harassment cases are proven with evidence. How convenient, how hypocritical, how exposed. From the beginning, Natasha shamelessly chose the court of public opinion over the court of law, hoping to destroy reputation with hashtags and headlines. But the game changed when she met a different kind of woman in me, a lioness who does not flinch. Now that I, Dr. Sandra Duru, am confronting her lie for lie and presenting fact for fact, she's trying to retreat into hiding, suddenly mumbling that her evidence will only be released in court. Yet she's avoiding the court. Haba. She said, Haba now, who they do this kind thing? Natasha has failed, uh, Natasha has failed Wolf, have failed absolutely nothing. Sorry, Natasha has filed absolutely nothing in any court relating to sexual harassment. Nothing. Let me repeat. This woman, she can be dramatic. She said, let me repeat it so it echoes in every corner of truth. Natasha Akpoti Udwaga has not sued me, not for sexual harassment, not even for defamation, not for a single word I have said. Why? Because she has no case. In fact, in the only pending matter she initiated, neither Natasha nor her lawyers showed up in court just few days ago. What does that tell you, my people? It tells you everything you need to know. So enough of the crocodile tears and media theater. We demand evidence, either in court or the law, or either in court of law or in the public domain. But bring it, because TikTok, the clock of truth, is ticking. I remain unmoved, unbroken, unbothered. Professor Mgbeke does not run from lies, she crushes them. Don't forget that all my evidence have been forensically investigated, analyzed, verified, and submitted to the appropriate authorities. Ana-eji uche ume ihe, wisdom is profitable to direct. And she put her hashtag Professor Mbeke speaks, unmasking the lies, like Tasha, the symphony of the Sith, hashtag the truth will always prevail, hashtag fake allegations, battle cry of cowardice, and the hashtag just continues. That she posted 22 hours ago. So let's see, the last thing she posted on her page is a photograph of justice, blah blah blah, and it says, when lies wears lipstick and plays victim, false accusation, the gender weaponization against men will not be sustained. That's what the photograph she posted says. And let's read the caption. That's the last post she did, and it's 19 hours ago. Okay. So the last post she did, it says, this gender weaponization against men will not be sustained. Dr. Sandra C. Duru, Professor Mbeke. So let's see if she has anything in her story. Okay, so she has Senator Akpabio's video in her story. So let's listen to that.
If you watch the regulations in America, you realize that there are some black people, because of their skins, who went to prison, sometimes 37 years, sometimes 27 years, some 25 years, for false allegations. So I'm not one of those people who that you say will step down for false allegations. Then when eventually it is proven that the allegations were false, they'll say, oh, we are unfair to Akpabio. No, I'm not that bad. So if you had that,
he said it's not that bad.
So having said that, I must thank you for the words that you have spoken today. But I also know that in the course of your speech,
let's continue.
This particular senator, on the day she was sworn in, raised her hand to speak. I was scared, but I had to recognize her because I was saying, you just gave her the rule book. Part of what we give to you when you are sworn in is the standing order of the Senate. So I said, she wouldn't open the rule book to know what she's going to say. But she made the contribution on that day. I think 2 days later, she brought a motion. There's nothing wrong in being vibrant, but there's a lot wrong when you don't know anything about the procedure. When people come from court-declared senators, they miss the orientation. The management of the National Assembly is hereby ordered to organize periodic orientation, particularly for senators who are midstreamers. I'm sitting today as Senate President. You've made my life a testimony.
Okay, so that's all she posted. Okay, the music, I don't want to get copyright for the music that she's playing. So far, this is what we know about what is happening. Okay, so let's see what next Professor Mweke is going to post. Is she going to give attention to people that are dragging her, or she's just going to stay focused the way she had said, that she would just focus on Senator Natasha? And also, something else I want to point out is this last post that she made, that Professor Mweke made, okay? She talked about the fact that up until now she has not been sued by any one of these people, and that's also weird, okay? Because she did in her write-up, the live stream, there was no bombshell anything there because she had already spilled everything. But if you put everything together that she has said, it's enough to sue her, okay? It is enough to take that woman to court, let her come and prove herself. So the silence of all those people also, it is telling. Is there an atom of truth in what Professor Mbeke is actually saying? Why has Senator Natasha not sued her for defamation? Because trust me, the things she said she is defaming if it's not true. And why Dr. Obieze Kwesili too, not soon, the Dr. Abiola and the FIDA also. We're not hearing much from anybody at this point. Let's believe that they are working behind the scene, plan, seeing what they can sue for, how they can go about it, and things like that. But if after a while we still come back and we hear Professor Mbeke telling us that up until the moment that she's posting, because this is her last post now, that's what she said, that she will even repeat it, that she has not been sued for anything. It is very strange. There is enough in what she has exposed. There is enough there for you to sue somebody. In fact, even with less than what she has exposed, is what we've seen a lot of people gotten sued by just one or two things they said online about someone that was not true, and the person sued them and they came out and apologized, or went to court, and then we've seen it happen. So let us just watch where this thing is going. Let us watch where this thing is going. But I hope that after the investigation of all those people that Professor Mbeke said she has actually given evidence to and whatnot, after they are done with their investigations and everything, I hope she can post more evidence, because that will even convince a whole lot of more people, that yes, what she's saying is the truth or not. That being said, if you're watching, drop your thoughts in the comment section. It's 1 hour, 11 minutes. Oh boy. I thought it was going to be a short live stream. So thank you all so very much. And I will see you all on the next one. Bye for now, and we will be back later. Thank you, everybody. Have a nice day.